Hi everyone, and welcome to Weekly Cooking with Becky, or maybe I should say bi-weekly Cooking with Becky, because this last month has gotten off track a little bit, but there's a reason. We're in the process of moving, so I think what I'm going to do is, I missed last week because we had a meeting with the realtor, and I am making a video this week. Next week we will actually be signing on the house on my filming day, and then the week after that we'll be in the house. Now, how unpacked we are to do a video, I don't know. So what I think I'm going to do next week is maybe one of the days where we're packing nonstop and we have to like do the drive-through kind of style eat days where we don't have time to cook. Is kind of just show you what I might do a live video that day, like, look, this is kind of like what you can do, and you can actually figure out what to eat. So I'm contemplating that. So I have a short one for today because, like I said, we're moving and we're all about short and simple these days. So I've got a dessert coming for you today, an interesting dessert. It is cinnamon sugar donuts in a mug, but here's the twist. Cinnamon sugar donut cottage cheese mug cake. The cottage cheese is to add the protein. Supposedly you're not gonna know. Now I'm gonna tell you I've already messed up the recipe on the glaze, so I'm not gonna add as much glaze. Yeah, we'll get to that. So first, let me just tell you what I have in my bowls. The recipe that I'm gonna be adding online is not keto, low carb, nothing. I am tweaking some ingredients to attempt. So we're gonna call this a test kitchen today. I'm gonna try and make it dirty keto. Let me tell you, this isn't clean keto. So this would be dirty keto or low carb, okay? And the reason is of one of my tweaks. So it asks for regular maple syrup. So we're gonna use a sugar-free maple syrup. Plenty of keto approved maple syrups out there. It asks for all-purpose flour. Okay, there's my swap. King Arthur's makes a 1-to-1 ratio. So I am literally, we're testing it out. I have measured out the same amount in King Arthur's keto baking mix. We're gonna see if it works, okay? It has vital wheat gluten in it, which would not make it strict keto, but it would put it in the lazy, dirty keto, the low carb keto, etc. So if you're still diabetic, it would still probably work for you because then the carbs are still gonna be low with the King Arthur's vital wheat gluten. Yeah, the baking swap. And then I think those were my only, oh, and then for the sugar, I did a 0-calorie sweetener. Okay, so let me tell you what the ingredients are. So let me aim down. We have two different bowls going on here. In this bowl, the clear bowl, I have the sugar-free sweetener, an egg, and full fat cottage cheese. The recipe just calls for cottage cheese, but we're making it low carb, dirty keto approved, so we're going full fat. And this bowl, I have the King Arthur's. Let me even show you the bag. For those of you that are not sure what I am talking about, it is a keto brand. So it's a keto wheat flour, and a serving size is 1/4 of a cup, so it will be 4 net carbs in this particular recipe, and it's a 1-to-1 substitution. Okay, so here we go. And that is what's in here. So we've got the keto mix version of the flour. We have baking powder, cinnamon, and a smidge, like a pinch of salt. That's what's in here. In here is where I made the mistake. I have melted butter, cinnamon, and sugar. I melted too much butter. It's a teaspoon of melted butter with your cinnamon and sugar of choice, and I did a tablespoon. So I'm gonna try to thicken it up and kind of separate out some of the butter while this is cooking. Okay, so you have to blend this if you have an immersion blender, this is gonna get all the lumps out of your cottage cheese, so that way when you eat it, you don't actually see any of the lumps and bumps. Otherwise, if you have like Vitamix or one of those handheld blenders that does smoothies, use one of those. Blend that and then mix this in, and I'll be back. We're gonna put this into a greased mug. But I'm gonna show it to you first, what the batter looks at. We're gonna put it into a greased mug for 1:30 minutes, but I do wanna show you what it looks like all mixed together. Okay, so I have everything mixed and I've got my mug. So I just kind of wanna show you. You can see little tiny pieces of cottage cheese, but for like little dots. So what I'm gonna say is, it's not 100% perfect, but are you gonna be looking at like huge chunks? No, absolutely not. So I'm trying to scrape this all down. It says to put it in a greased mug. I got this cute music mug here, made for me by one of my students. So I'm gonna grease the mug real quick. And if you've got one of these little guys, just kind of help brush it along the edges so it doesn't stick anywhere. All right, we're gonna pour all of the batter into the mug. It's just a serving for one. Okay. The bowl is actually a little bit on the big side, so I'm trying to get it to go in there without falling off the edge. I've not had a homemade dessert in a couple weeks with the moving. I've been sticking to Quest bars and stuff, so this will definitely be a nice treat. All right. So it fills up about half of a decent sized mug. Okay, trying to scrape off my finger. So it says to 1:30 to 2 minutes or until set. And then we're gonna add the glaze on top. I'm gonna actually try to remove it from the pan to let you see. Fingers crossed, and I'll see you back here. All right, so it took the full 2 minutes, at least in my microwave. Everybody's microwave is different. It just looks so good. And by the way, yeah, there's like a little mountain in there. By the way, it'll just slide right out onto a plate. So that's nice to know. Now I'm really curious if that flour is gonna make it seem dry. It looks delicious, it smells delicious. Or if that glaze that I made is gonna make up for it. So, bon appetit. It works. I cannot taste the cottage cheese, guys. So if you're looking for a way to give your kids cottage cheese, here's how you do it. And if you don't have an immersion, but you have like a smoothie blender, just use that, guys. Don't spend extra money. So that and your flour are your only carbs. But if you do the keto replacement flour, that's 4 carbs. Your cottage cheese is maybe 1. Your egg is none. And then your sugar-free sweetener is gonna be none. Your butter is gonna be none. And your cinnamons and stuff is gonna be none. So it's probably gonna be a 5 net carb treat. Guys, that's a really good afternoon snack, or maybe even a morning breakfast for a weekend. So hope you enjoy it. I'll be putting down the traditional recipe because maybe other people in your house want to make that and you'll make it this way. So I hope you guys enjoy. I'll figure out some sort of twist for next week, and then I'll see you at my new place. All right, thank you. Bye.